And a good morning. This is Dr. Leven speaking to you from Vila Moura, Portugal. And we're going to talk together and take a look at the spreadsheet which I made a few days ago. I began because I kind of wanted to get an idea. You know, people, they tiptoe in with 0.1 Ethereum and then they go, well, wait a second, I'm only getting $0.50 a day. Which $0.50 a day to get that for doing basically nothing passively, to get that for 150 days in a row, that's nice, but that will not make you rich. It will also not necessarily match what you would like to earn from the internet. And especially people who really like passive earning, they like it to be consistent, and they like it to be able to fit whatever budget that they set out. So in the spreadsheet, we take into account that Ethereum fluctuates, that it goes up and down. At this moment, or approximately at this moment, it is at $244. So Ethereum is a bit on the rise. We will get a massive rise in the months ahead once Bitcoin begins to take possession. With all the crisis going on in the world and the governments in turmoil, the fiat currencies, euros, dollars, whatever else, they naturally come in jeopardy or in question, and that is good for cryptos, is very good for Bitcoin, and as Bitcoin goes up, so will Ethereum. And the more people begin to earn Ethereum on the internet through programs like Forsage, like EtherShare, like Double Way, like Ether Magic. I mean, all of them are very strong quality programs, not that garbage with auto pools and these sillinesses like with the Tron programs. You know, quality, solid programs establish value in Ethereum. And of course, we all know, or you may know, that Ethereum and Bitcoin, any of the mainstream cryptos are interchangeable. I highly recommend you download a little wallet, Exodus. You can download it on phone, devices, pads, and your laptop or PC. Exodus.io. As a matter of fact, let me show you Exodus.io. Once you've seen it, it helps. This little wallet is now, this does not deal in euros, does not deal in dollars, does not deal in any fiat currency, paper currency, government currency. This is purely for cryptocurrency, but it's the fastest wallet. It's the most friendly wallet. I can beat anybody. The guys out there with blockchain and you know, these retarded wallets. Exodus is phenomenal. You can at any given moment exchange any crypto inside Exodus. Very easy. You don't need to go to an exchange floor. Because exchange floors, I use them on occasion, but they're confusing. When you're not familiar, you kind of feel like you're in the cockpit of a big airplane. Exodus is easy. Now, there is another quality to Exodus. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by Exodus. I'm not sponsored by anybody. But Exodus is decentralized, meaning there is no when you join, and yesterday I had a friend downloaded it within 15 seconds. He had his wallet, no name, no email, no KYC, no address, no blood type, no urine samples. You know, I mean, come on, with some of these so-called Coinbase is, I don't like Coinbase because they've done some criminal activity, and I don't appreciate that. They were trying, anyways, don't want to get into it. Bitcoin Cash, they were trying to not pay us. And I joined a class action lawsuit attempt, and then all of a sudden, okay, we may pay you. Well, it isn't an issue of we may pay you if there is a split in the blockchain, a fork as they call it, they have to pay us. But, so those are things. Coinbase is probably owned by a bank, and therefore they have bankster habits. Exodus has nothing to do with a bank at all, has nothing to do with any government at all. It is a decentralized little wallet, but powerful wallet. It's a beauty. So I highly, highly recommend for you to get that. So now back to as far as finding, how much is one Ethereum worth? Type it in like you would say it. One Ethereum to, let's say I want it in euros. Okay, type in euro, enter, and hold on, enter, and there it is. It shows it immediately in euros. If you want it in dollars, there we go, the one underneath. Boom, 142.90. So it is on the uptrend. If we look just today, well, no, it was higher. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. That's the last 5 days. You see, it's actually going up significantly. This is not a small growth, and every bit of growth comes to our benefit, because once you're in a program where you invested your Ethereum and you're being paid in Ethereum, you're being paid back even more than what the original investment plan was. So that's another reason why it's worthwhile to, definitely worthwhile to come into EtherShare. The most incredible part about EtherShare is that you do earn without sponsoring. Now, you can share, and when you do, it's greatly appreciated by all the members, greatly appreciated. And it's appreciated by the originators of the program, Mr. GERARD, because naturally the coming in of new customers is important for any business, and so it is for EtherShare. However, we realize, and this is such an important realization, 99% of the people, either they don't like to sponsor, they're not good at sponsoring, or they're afraid of sponsoring. And so this sheet shows in simplicity that 2% per day, which you're being paid for 150 days, that results into 300%. That means you triple your money. You're being paid that whether you have never done any internet work, whether you will promote it or not with other people, whether you're afraid of sponsoring or not. Actually, that is a stable thing you can count on. And because of that, I feel the central piece, probably in sharing, if you care to share, EtherShare with others, then this sheet, once finished, and this is a dynamic work, I'm going to keep refining that. And if you have suggestions, somebody had suggested to also put a 6-month column in there. I felt it was extra weight. Now we can make some variables, but the main one, I want it to be simple: per day, per week, per month, and per year. So this we will dynamically change, so that at any given point, again, I will speak with Gerald, the owner, and see if perhaps we can make it onto the website. And when you download the sheet, the nice thing with a PDF sheet is you can print it off, and it fits a page perfectly, and it's not heavy in ink. So all of those factors we're going to keep looking at. But I'm also doing it because we've been hearing some people that come in with 0.1 Ethereum. And by the way, I respect whether you come in with 100 Ethereum, with 10 Ethereum, or with just tiptoe in with a 0.1 Ethereum. But then some of these people are saying, well, I only make $50 a day, because that's what you make. That's 2%. Well, yeah, if you only invest 20 less, it's less than $24, then you will get, which is not bad. I mean, in a year it's 178, and anytime somebody pays you $178 just essentially for doing nothing and having nearly put in, you know, not nothing, but less than $25. That's sweet. It's sweet. I guess that's the good word. However, there is a point where somebody, for instance, and we're going to scroll down a little bit, let's say $50,000 per year. Wouldn't that be a little better than sweet? Because that kind of would pay you near 5,000 per month, you know, 4,300. Maybe you want to look for 5,000 per month, makes no difference. You can immediately go look, okay, your objective should be to invest 30 or 40 Ethereum. Okay, so let's take a look at 40 Ethereum here, this row right there. What is 40 Ethereum? It's less than $10,000. Now you may say, well, that's too much. Okay, that's fine. Different people are at different levels. We've got people coming in with 50, with 100, with 200 Ethereum. Several days in a row right now, we've had people come in with 200 Ethereum. So it is, everyone must choose his level. But if you're looking at getting, here in this case, 5,800, this is almost $600 per month. That's what you need to get to. Otherwise, the only other way is you start off small. For instance, you start off with 1 Ethereum, or you start off with 5 Ethereum, and then you begin to share it. But right now, I'm focusing for people who want to do this passive. Now, we do know, and there is, you know, isn't there a catch? Well, the catch is a very fair one. If you choose to do it passive, but you see it all pan out, and these earnings are serious, aren't they? It is natural that at some point you're probably gonna share it with somebody anyways, and then this Excel sheet is a very good sort of thermometer or planning sheet, or call it a compass to know what you want to do. For instance, here, and I've highlighted some of these things. $106,000. Somebody says, I definitely want to make $100,000 this year from my online EtherShare business. Well, put in 60 Ethereum. Now, if you can do that at once, fantastic. Guess what? As of the next day, you will make $292 without sponsoring, without knowing anything about the program, without knowing anything about the internet, without knowing anything about promotion or advertising or doorway pages or autoresponders, all that crippy crap, complex stuff that marketers get excited about, but most normal people don't. So you put in 60 Ethereum, you make $292 per day, kind of pays for your lunch, doesn't it, at that point? And guess what? Per $8,788, and you achieve your goal of $106. Now, you may say, I haven't got 60 Ethereum, I only have 5 or 10 Ethereum. No problem, but then you're gonna have to be willing to share if you want to accelerate that, or it'll take you longer to get there, not just 150 days. So couple other examples. Now, this is a bit of an extreme one, okay? We haven't had people come in yet with 400, 500, or 600 Ethereum. We will. Mark my words, we will. But Somebody suggested, let's see what you got to do to make $1 million in a year. That's kind of exciting, isn't it? $1 million in a year. Is that even doable? Well, let's take a look. And again, today we talk without sponsoring. Can we make $1 million passively? Well, here is what you got to do. Put in 575 Ethereum. You will be, unbelievably enough, making $2,800 per day, $2,807 per day. That is how you get $2,800, $807.27 per day leads to exactly $1,024,652 in that year. $84,000 per month. Does that cover your expenses? It better. Or you need to cut down your overhead a little bit. But I'm just showing this again. I repeat, at the moment, this is July 22nd. At the moment, we don't have people coming in yet. How many programs do you know where people go in with 200 Ethereum? And we already have people coming in with 200 Ethereum. So I'll keep you abreast of what the highest entries are, because they're all visible on the blockchain. So whatever I say here, you can verify it. I'm not blowing smoke out my whatever. But to the question, how can I make $1 million passive per year? Well, here it is, 575 Ethereum. You may be happy, more than happy, with $500,000, or you may be happy with 100,000 in a year. Let's take a look, instead of per year, let's take a look at the column here of per month, because I guess most of us, when we're limited in funds, we have our monthly expenses, right? It may be our mortgage, it may be the rent, the utilities, electricity, water, gas, the mobile phones, the car, the insurance, blah, 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 blah. Whatever is your overhead that you say, I want to cover that. Well, okay, for instance, let's say that you want to be able to, here is a good example, $5,858. That would be just over 5,000 euros. That would cover most families who are not wealthy people. That would cover their overhead. If you have an overhead of over 5,000, you're making some hefty expenses. You know, maybe you got a few too many cars and a few too many phones and a few too many whatever payoffs, and it's time to cut that back. Credit cards and so on, those things. Now, temporarily using a credit card to borrow some money from the bank and put it to higher leverage here, okay, that's a different story, but otherwise don't build up credit card debt. So 5,000 per month. That is, by the way, 5,800 is 71,000 per year. But what do you need to do if you want to passively, without sponsoring, make $5,859 per month? There we go. 40 Ethereum. Again, we have people coming in with 200 Ethereum. 40 Ethereum, what is that? Is a one-time less than $10,000 investment. As a matter of fact, today, $9,764. So just under $10,000. That right there pays you, and look at these, the beauty of these numbers, 5,859. What does that mean? Within 2 months, you have your investment back, and already you're in profit. Actually, net profit. Why? Because as of day one, you're going to be receiving $195. And am I kidding? No. Go look at the blockchain. Everything is verifiable. $195 per day, that's sweet. That pays for quite a few things. And in this case, if your bills are covered and with a little extra for travel and education and some healthcare and, you know, all the wonderful things of life, then to realize that, that's it. That's all it takes, 40 Ethereum. Now, again, I don't want to scare somebody who goes, well, wait a second, I got trouble coming in with 5 Ethereum. No problem, work your way up the ladder. However, how can you make it go faster? If you come in with a little bit, then don't stay passive. You know, here is insanity. And I don't want to, you know, talk bad about the program, but that it's still, this is an example of insanity. I want to be a millionaire and I'm going to invest. Well, they say all I need to invest is 0.1 Ethereum. Oh, I make a big investment of $25. Oh, but by the next day I complain that I only make half a dollar. And then I will complain because I'm not becoming a millionaire. I don't want to sponsor anybody. You see, that is insanity. I hope, you know, we need to be realistic. Money needs to be treated very realistically, okay? Money is a powerful energy. It's a beautiful energy. Money is an enabler. And no, money is not the root of all evil. Whoever said that actually doesn't know the original texts. In the original texts, it says that the addicted love to money is the root of all evil. The addicted love, not even the love. You can love money. Love in the sense of respect. Respectful love for money is a healthy thing, and don't let you be told any otherwise. So money is the root of all evil is a myth, is a lie, and it's created by people who usually collect money themselves but want other people to be poor. Don't be fooled. Money is a beautiful energy. Money is an essential energy on earth. Now, if you want to live in an ashram or some meditation monastery, okay, the boss of the ashram or the head monk will do the business and you won't have to worry about money. But if you have a family and if you live in real life and you have your feet on the ground, money is essential. On one hand, it's also essential if you want to evolve with your health, evolve with your knowledge, to be able to buy books, to be able to travel and see both the beauty of life, but also learn from travel. Nothing is greater education than travel itself. So money is a beautiful thing. And this is where it is an enabling energy. Now, can you do bad with money? Of course you can. Look at George Soros, how evil he uses his billions to try to destroy our society. You know, the Prince of Dubai is another one of these evil people with a lot of money. Now, there is good people with a lot of money too. I happen to know several billionaires, and I don't say that to brag. It's because on one hand, through my treatments, they discovered my work, and believe me, if you're a billionaire, you can afford to find the best. And my health treatments that I used to do, I'm retired, but they were the best of the best if you wanted optimal brain activity. So through that, I have come to know quite a few billionaires, and the majority are very decent people, but they're very disciplined people. You know, the idiots are these guys, they only have a few million. You know, they may have 5 million or they may have 10 million. You know, that's not much money. It really isn't. You can blow that very quickly. But a lot of them are kind of pretentious dicks. You know, they drive around with a big car to show off. Billionaires don't give a rat's ass which car. A good friend of mine, Ottavio, multi-billionaire, the first time he asked me to meet me in town, he pulls up in a car completely banged up. Okay, multi-billionaire. He didn't care what you thought of him or his car. You know, so it's billionaires, we can learn a lot from good billionaires. The evil billionaires, well, so bottom line, money is an important energy. It's an enabling energy. And if we want to have not just enough to survive, but more than enough, and we want to have plenty of it to enjoy life, we have to manage it well. And money is a little bit like gravity. It makes no difference whether you believe in it or not. But it's sure, if you're going to be a helicopter pilot, would you need to know a few things about the laws of gravity? Of course, yes. Or I wouldn't go in that helicopter with that pilot if he knew nothing about gravity. It's the same deal with money. Money has an amount of laws associated to it. I'm not talking about the laws of the country. I'm talking about natural laws. It's an energy. It's an enabling energy. When you respect these laws, money flows into your life. When you violate these laws, oh, you can experience not only shortage of money, but here is the worst one that I see amongst so many people: fear of money, incredible fear of money, and fear that destroys their health and destroys their relationships. A lot of divorces are caused by the fear of money, not just by money, but by fear of money. Not even just by shortage of money, but by the worry or the fear over not having enough money. So this is where, when we deal with money, and today we're specifically dealing without sponsoring, but looking at that, because we can then look, and please watch my other videos, because the program EtherShare has incredible rewards for people who are willing to share. They actually become the drivers of the program. They are the drivers of the money flow. So as passive people, you'd better be thankful to those people who are willing to share. I'm one of them. You'd better respect me. No, we need to respect in the industry, they call them the rainmakers. And it's a name from the ancient civilizations, native Indian civilizations. A rainmaker, one who can dance and can make it rain. Believe me, he's paid well. Paid not necessarily in money, but in respect and position and privileges. So the rainmakers in all corporations, those who are instrumental to bring in the cash, believe me, the rainmakers of McDonald's are paid very well. The rainmakers in any pharmaceutical company are paid very well. The rainmakers in Microsoft or Facebook are paid very well. Here, EtherShare, guess what? The rainmakers are paid very well, but that's for another Zoom, or watch one of my other videos. So this one is without sponsoring. Well, without sponsoring, now you need to do your money management a bit more careful. Not careful with fear. Careful is a beautiful word. By the way, there is power in words, okay? Careful is full of care. When you worry, now you are mixing in fear in the mix. And 99% of all your worries will never come true, so it's a waste of time. Being careful is not a waste of time. As a matter of fact, careful means you also look at your risk factor. And risk factor, you have to carefully calculate, and this is where we bring in tools that help. Let me just take a moment to take a look at chat. There is a few people that are typing in. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. And I should have mentioned it, so I take it as my mistake, but I prefer when you don't type in things in chat while I'm still talking. I'm an easy to be distracted individual. I'm very sensitive due to my background in working with the brain and actually treating people. I had to develop my skills to become extremely sensitive. The disadvantage of very sensitive means I'm easily distracted. I mean, I hear every noise, I see every move. My cat is moving around, I see where she's moving. Therefore, what I need to learn to do is switch off the chat until we get to the part of the questions. And by the way, again, I take responsibility over this for right now, but please try to remember this when you come into never private message me. That's unnecessary, actually quite disturbing. But then I've done a Zoom where I had forgotten to put on my microphone, and here I'm talking. They saw me talking, they were messaging me, and I wasn't seeing the messages. So there is a time where any chat message in that case is very good, is helpful. So let's wrap this up, and I'm gonna then look at the chat in a moment, and I'll gladly answer some questions, but I want to make sure, and I'm going to stop then the recording, that this is clear, that this sheet, which is a printable sheet, if you get it in PDF format, now we're going to enhance and improve it still, so this is still not the final one, but at least you see what you can make per day, per week, per month. You can pick the tobacco. You know, I want to make 40,000 per month, or I want to make 20,000 per month, or I'm very, very happy if I could, oh my God, if only I could make an extra $1,465 per month. Well, always it has its line. Come in with 10 Ethereum. And you will have it as of month 1, because it'll begin already as of day 1. You know, so the program is beautiful for that, and I'm kind of proud of this Excel sheet, because it helps me as people say, well, wait a second, I would like to earn so much, what do I need to do? And I can pick it out of the Excel sheet as is. Now, in closure for the recording, I will answer some questions in a moment. Please make sure that you join our Telegram group, EtherShare_elite. As a matter of fact, I'm going to copy the link, yes, and I'll put it in the chat. I always make sure in the videos that I make that that the link is there. Oops, yeah, now I'm typing it actually in Telegram. They know my link in my Telegram group. The elite team prides itself to provide extreme support. Now let me try to explain what I mean with extreme support. First of all, we update you on a variety of programs. We're not horses that walk around with just a company hat and we're not looking at anything else. No, I look at all the programs. That's why you hear me speak of Forsage, which is the #1 in the world at this point. We'd be silly if we don't know about Forsage. They've paid out $112 million just in 4 months. You kind of need to be aware. So if you're in my group, you're gonna be made aware. So then when we zero in, and as you can see, I have several groups for several programs, but when we, in the group, you will find on the program, in this case, EtherShare. Naturally, in that group, you will find the PDFs. You can go look the files, there they are. You can find videos, you can find voice messages. I mean, you see that we're providing, I call it the best information, the best education, the best motivation, the best inspiration. Yes, sometimes I talk about health too, mental health, physical health, because in a world as we live in, we kind of need to look at all aspects, right? So money is fantastic, but a lot of money with no health isn't great. Believe me, I've treated wealthy people and they would give anything to buy a little bit of health. So we make sure that you join the Telegram group. There is the official Telegram group as well. Now that is a chat. People, you know, type in constantly questions and comments, and it's a well-run group. I greatly respect the admins, the group moderators, etc., because they're doing a fantastic job answering questions. Me and my groups, I take another management approach. They're muted, the groups. I can type, but then on occasion, people cannot type otherwise, but on occasion I simply go in and I go, okay, we're gonna allow to send messages or to send questions. So the Telegram group is a tremendous tool. I'm delighted. I used to be one of the greatest, biggest, most voluminous Skype group users in the past. But in a Skype group, you can only handle 500 people. And with too many limitations these days, we cannot do anywhere near in Skype. Messenger sucks completely. I don't like Zuckerberg. He's a criminal. So I don't do much of anything of Facebook or even his WhatsApp. It's all he is selling our information. If we put a photo on there of our children, Zuckerberg is selling that to the highest bidder. I don't like that. Yeah, so nobody is selling crap of, I mean, if I was to post a photo of my family on Telegram, nobody's gonna, as a consistency, going to, there may be an individual who wants to exploit it, but Telegram isn't. That's the big difference. So I'm very thankful for Telegram. So that's it for, in the group, you find the other videos, and that's it. I'm going to stop the recording here, and then I'm going to address a couple of the things that were typed in the room. Thank you for watching the recording. As always, I wish two things. I wish you good health, actually radiant health, and abundant wealth. Not just a little bit of money, but more than enough money. That's wealth. So abundant wealth, radiant health, that's my wish. Thank you. I thank you for taking the time. Those of you who are in here, I'm going to answer a couple more questions. But thank you for taking the time. And I do hope, sincerely hope, that you become part of the EtherShare family, and that you pick out of the menu how much you want to make per day, per week, per month, and per year. Thank you.